Hello everybody, welcome to our program, Defining Your Online Identity, and let's get this thing started. So my name is Derek Wagner. I'm a Communication Studies major at Winona State with a minor in Professional Sales. I am from Burnsville, Minnesota. My nickname is D-Wags, and I love anything from mangoes.
No.
Alright, my name is Sarah Sperber. I am a junior here. My major is Communication Studies, and my minor is Mass Communication Studies and Advertising. I am from Stillwater, Minnesota. My nickname is Spurbs, and my favorite food is any and all cheese.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeffrey Ochogi. I am a professional studies major from Montreal, Minnesota. My nickname is Judd, and my favorite food is pretty much everything.
Hello everyone, my name is Ferdosa Jama. I'm a public health major. I'm a senior. I'm from Rochester, Minnesota. I go by Sadia, and my favorite food is anything with some pasta.
I am Erin. I'm a junior at Winona State with a Communications major and a Global Studies minor. And I'm from Hudson, Wisconsin, and I like avocados.
My name is Adam Mahachik. I'm a senior here at WSU. I'm a Communications Studies major, and I have a professional selling minor. People call me Chach, and my favorite food is pizza.
So it used to be that bullies were roaming around the halls, maybe on the bus, maybe on the playground, but that's not the case anymore. Now bullies can follow us home through our cell phones or our emails, and these bullies are cyberbullies, or people who cyberharass others. People think that they can get away with it because a lot of the times the communication online is anonymous. However, that is extremely dangerous because of that, because you cannot trace it sometimes. So that's why my classmates, COM 451 and I are here today to create a safer and healthier online community at Winona State University. So let's start with an anonymous testimony from a student here.
All right, so I'd like to begin with a testimony. This is from a fellow warrior who has experienced cyberbullying in both high school and their freshman year of college in Winona. It reads, imagine waking up to a Facebook message from one of the classmates saying, I hope you don't come to school today, but even if you didn't, know I would miss you. Cyberbullying has affected me in a lot of ways, particularly while I was in high school and my first semester here at WSU. Forces I couldn't control victimized me. The worst part is that I let them get to me. After a while, I couldn't take it anymore. I blocked everyone and thought that would be enough. It wasn't. People found other ways by creating fake accounts just to torment me. This is when I knew it had to stop. I don't remember exactly when it stopped, but I didn't just fuel the fire. I ignored the hate. I posted positive things that were happening in my life. Eventually, the bullies lost their motivation for sending me messages because I wouldn't reply to anything negative. This didn't solve the war that was going on inside of me. I ignored the problems and I got so busy that I didn't have enough time for myself. During this past year of college, it was the first time in a long time I've had time to think about myself, and all those problems resurfaced in my mind. It forced me to take anti-anxiety medicine, and I'll probably go to counseling later for the depression that I have because of it, years after the fact. It never truly leaves you. You just kind of accept it for what it was, and hope to make someone else's life better because you wouldn't push it on your worst enemy. It's heartbreaking to know that this is happening right in front of our noses, and to our friends for that matter. When we as a group were thinking of ways to reach out to you all, we thought, what better way to use social media to our advantage when talking to you about social media? Thus the creation of the video, We Are All Warriors. We wanted campus-wide known individuals to participate, including professors, RAs, Sandy from the CAF makes an appearance, and just generally well-known people. We made this video in hopes that after we all leave WSU for our careers, that it would be something that's shared and shown every year to promote wellness and positivity. We want this to be a reminder to incoming students that misusing social media isn't something that should be taken lightly.
Twitter, Snapchat,
Tinder, Facebook.
Facebook. How many more sisters? How many more brothers?
How many more coworkers?
How many more roommates? Warriors. How many more?
How many more? Enough.
Enough.
This is not drama.
This is not fair.
These are human beings. Let's make a change.
Right now, as a professor, as a student,
As a roommate.
as an RA,
As a sister.
As a brother.
As a peer.
As a friend.
As a warrior.
So no one has to feel alone.
Feel isolated. Feel like giving up hope. Let's put an end to it.
To the bullying.
To the negative use.
It's not too soon to create a better campus.
It's time. It's time to intervene.
Start a revolution of positive use. Let's put an end to it. To the bullying.
To the negative use. We can do better than this.
Let's get this campaign started. We are all warriors.
We are all warriors. Warriors. Warriors.
Warriors.
We are all warriors.
Alright, so again, we hope that this video will be used strongly in the years to come. With that said, I'd like to address two terms, cyberbullying and cyber harassment. When we were younger, we heard the term bullying quite regularly. Then, with the rise of technology and anonymity, this coined the term cyberbullying. However, we were kids then. Now we're adults and we need to be treated as such. Robin Kowalski, in their book Cyberbullying, Bullying in the Digital Age, describes cyberbullying as an aggressive, intentional act carried out by a group or individual using electronic forms of contact repeatedly and over time against a victim who cannot easily defend him or herself. There are more terms that go hand in hand with cyber harassment, such as cyber incivility and cyber stalking and bullying.
All right, so we went and surveyed the Mass Comm 100 class, and that class is comprised of majority freshmen. There is 36% male and 64% female. So a quick show of hand, who in here has a Facebook? Okay. Who has a Snapchat? Who has a Twitter? And who has an Instagram? Okay. So the reason why we ask is because those are the top 4 social media platforms that the kids were using. And to kind of look more into stats, we want to know how often people are on them. So Facebook users, the people who responded, there was 97% of them were on Facebook, 89% were on Snapchat, 79% were on Instagram, and 80% were on Twitter. And to go even deeper, we want to see how much they're on it every single day. For Facebook users, 50% of them check it several times a day. For Instagram users, 44% check it several times a day. For Snapchat, 36% check it several times a day. And for Twitter, 32% check it several times a day. So these are very common things. They can be very innocent, but at the same time, they can be very harmful. For like me personally, I use Facebook to connect with people. I got friends and family all over the country and all over the world, and I like to see what's going on in their lives. You know, people graduating high school, going to college, graduating college, getting engaged, getting married, having kids. And so I use Facebook to stay caught up on their lives. But Facebook can also be used very dangerously, because our survey came back and said that Facebook is where most people see the most cyber harassment. So something that can be used positively on one side can also be used very negatively. And when cyber harassment continues and continues and continues, it gives life to something known as trolling. Trolling is intentionally and deliberately saying something mean to someone so you can anger them or upset them. It's very immature, but by no means is it harmless. It's very, very dangerous. And there's been many stories of people who have taken their life because the trolling has gotten so bad. And even after they die, their family are still getting tormented and are still getting trolled. So even in death, they can't escape the cyber harassment and the trolling. So I say it all to you guys. Imagine if that was one of your family members, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, a friend, a colleague, a coworker, a classmate. Imagine the devastation it would bring to your family. So live by the motto. If you wouldn't say it to your grandma, don't say it to someone online.
And I would like you guys to actually participate in a mini activity. I would like, would you please raise your hand if you or someone you know have actually experienced cyber harassment or cyberbullying? Well, I would like you guys to find a partner and try to discuss ways you guys have experienced or know cyber harassment has happened, and also ways that we can stand against cyber harassment. participation. I would like you guys to share stories if you guys have stories of cyber harassment that you guys know that has happened.
Anybody like to share?
Okay, how about ways we can stand against cyber harassment in our campus here in Winona?
We can stop reacting to negative activity on social media sites.
All right, so where does this leave us with future employment? So, did you know that 93% of all hiring managers are looking at your social media pages before you even get to an interview or before they even make a hiring process or hiring decision, excuse me? So I'm a senior, I'm going to be graduating in May. I had an interview a couple weeks ago, and so I went up to Rochester. Before I even got there, I looked on my LinkedIn page and I saw that 2 people had looked at my profile. Ended up being the 2 hiring managers of that company. So they were looking at my profile before they even met me, before they even saw who I was, before they even talked to me. And so with LinkedIn, you can see who's been looking at your profile. But with Facebook and Twitter, you can't necessarily do that. So you don't really know who's looking at your profile. So what I'm just trying to say is be aware of what you are posting online, because there could be consequences of what you are posting. Some employer might not hire you just because you posted something inappropriate. That something could jeopardize your future career. So I just want you to be aware. Just take it very seriously, because these hiring managers are really looking at your profiles. And I want you all to be successful and get great jobs. So just be aware of what you are posting.
Right, so I'd like to address a real life example that happened where what Adam was talking about. Some of you have probably heard about this, the Prior Lake Dad's, or this man, not Prior Lake Dad, but his daughter was being bullied over Snapchat. So I'm just going to share a little backstory so you kind of get familiar with it. So his daughter was being bullied through Snapchat by 2 of her other classmates. Those 2 were saying really extremely racist and vulgar words to her that children in middle school shouldn't even exist. The father called the bully's father, who agreed with what his kids were saying to her. He asked the hostile man if he could say his name in this YouTube video, and he said yes. His name was heard to the public. Later, the father of the 2 bullies was fired from his job after his workplace found the video. They didn't want someone like that working for them. I wouldn't either. This just goes to show how careful we have to be when saying things to others, even if it's through social media or through a telephone call. We really have to respect one another and be mindful of what we're saying, because we don't know who's going to be listening.
So where do we draw the line with this topic? Yes, this father did have a right to free speech, but really in this situation, he was acting unethically, and as a result, he was actually fired for this. So it is a touchy subject, but we just have to be aware of what we are posting online, just because of the real consequences that do follow.
So I just kind of want to talk about what we as warriors can do to make a change. A warrior can be defined as someone fighting for something that they believe in. And I think we can all bond with this kind of idea of talking about cyber harassment and how it shouldn't be in the community. So I want a community where we can stand up for each other, where we can make a better community. And I think we can all want that. Martin Luther King once said, in the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, or the silence of our friends. I want to end that silence, and I think we can all end that silence.
So we have another video for you guys, and this was put on by RHA after they realized that Winona State wasn't using social media as well as they should and in a negative use. Right after the Yik Yak and Fade incident, they made this video, so let's see.
Sup, I'm Bobby.
And I'm Spencer.
And this is a PSA.
A public service announcement. There's an epidemic spreading across campus.
It's not the bird, swine, or turtle flu.
It's not Ebola.
It's not even beaver fever. That thing ended in like 2008.
It's called social media.
And it's killing our vibe, brosive.
Things like cyberbullying,
As if real bullying wasn't bad enough.
getting busted for breaking the rules.
If you wouldn't do it in front of your grandma's friend Shirley, why would you post it on the internet, fools?
And generally just giving Winona a bad name.
Stop it! We're better than that, people.
That's why we are proposing a compromise. It's called hashtag Project Positivity. College students spend an average of 26.83 hours per month on social media.
And no, Netflix is not a social media.
With hashtag Project Positivity, we encourage you guys to change the way social medias are affecting our campus. Post pictures of yourself rescuing a cat or helping a senior citizen cross the road.
Post a status about how great it was that you didn't die today.
Hashtag Project Positivity is aimed at helping the world see what an awesome university we are.
With your help, we can change social media around campus and put a stop to these cyberbullying, two-turn-to-tweet shenanigans.
So now we invite you to watch a short slideshow to see what our fellow classmates are actually posting.
And remember that hashtag Project Positivity starts here at Winona State. It's up to you what kind of trend we want to set.
Would we rather post a picture of our best friend passed out over a toilet in the hopes that someone will retweet it?
Or do we want to turn social media into a place where no one's future will be decided by a photo they took at a college party?
$953,721. 953,721. 953,720.
One time, I can remember only having my close family, maybe 2 or 3 friends that didn't know me well. But I can't remember when being popular was the same as being mean, being dark. I can't remember when laughing was for joy and not making fun of the way someone looked or spoke or where they were from. You know, sometimes it feels like it's sacred to be alone. At least alone. You'll never have to face falling down in front of others. I was really hoping that bullying was going to go out of style. But cyberbullying has undergone a rebirth. See, now you can torment someone that you've never met. And you might just be one of their 900,000 followers. See, now you can cast your opinion on their hair, their clothes, the way they smile, how they dance, without even knowing how their voice sounds in person. If this cyberspace were a school, I bet that half the people I knew would be sitting in the principal's office. I bet that most of them wouldn't graduate to get their degree in kindness. See, if this place that we all connected on cell phones were a playground, you wouldn't even have picked me to be on your team. I practice every day. I practice being resilient. I practice letting the weight and the insults just fall right over me. Sometimes I daydream about cyberbullying and having to feign memory. I smile, thinking about the days when Instagram ruled the halls and how there was no one to police us being reckless. But you know what? I forgive you. I forgive you. And I apologize for not remembering you, for pressing send, for scrolling left when I knew it wasn't right. I really don't understand. It isn't human to make someone feel bad, not on purpose, not over and over again. It would be really nice if we could all just love each other for our differences, instead of hating one another for our talents. This isn't just for children, it's for adults too. No matter how old you are, people matter.
So going along with this, the hashtag Project Positivity is going on through March 23rd through May 1st, and this was put on by Health Communications, another class that we're partnering with. And the goal for this hashtag Project Positivity is to post good things that you had, or the good things that you saw, something that you did that was awesome, if you had a great day, and post that using that hashtag, just so we can get social media into more of a positive note.
Well, if you or someone someone you know is experiencing cyber harassment or cyberbullying, I would like you guys to contact the Counseling Center here in WSU, and also the health services, the GBV hotline services, and the Women Resource Center. We're here to help, so don't be quiet. Please speak up if you know someone who is experiencing cyber harassment.
We'll just kind of wrap up here. So when we go out into the business world, we're going to be referred to as millennials. That's what we're the first people to have smartphones. We're the first people to be growing up, and we're always plugged in. We always have something with us. So what I want to do, and what I think our community can do, is we can redefine what it means to be that millennial, to be a warrior. So I want to ask you guys if you guys have any more questions for us, anything else that you guys think that you can help with and that we could do to make a better community for the own state. Well, thank you very much. My name is Derek Wagner. We are Comm Studies 451, and we are all warriors. Thank you.